Hi everyone, it's a little shaky and windy and cold here. I'm in Choshi, Japan, and this is the classic place to look at wintering gulls. That bird you've got there shaking around is with pink legs, dark back, kind of herring gull type look. You can't see his head, a lot of streaking on it. Is a Vega gull, the most common big gull here. And there are always surprises when you come out here, like this one here on the left. So you see, this is a pretty rare bird in Japan. It just got covered by a Vega gull. Look at the white head, a real paler back. And if you saw those primaries a little earlier, they were pale on the underside with really big terminal spots, apical spots, and also kind of a not quite black, a little grayish look to them. There we go. It's a Taimyr's gull. Thayers from the Arctic. They do reach Japan every so often. Little short, really dark pink legs compared to the these Vegas. Let's get a little bit better focus. Now the issue with Vegas is that they are not as standard as you would like. They often have dark eyes. They don't always have dark eyes. They tend to have pink legs, but the pink varies. And sometimes they have yellow legs. And then you think, well, if they're yellow-legged, why can't they be Taimyr gull? And maybe they are. And some of these around here certainly are. But there are some that look kind of in between. So weirdness going on. Black-tailed gull. Another one of the common ones here. Lots and lots of Vega gulls as we go through. At certain angles, the Vega gulls can look pretty dark. And then it's usually quite obvious when you see a slaty back, but sometimes not so much. It depends. The slaty backs can be variable here. Variable in how dark they are. This individual I was looking at earlier, and it's kind of a troubling one. It's got slaty back characteristics and it's got Vega characteristics. So I'm not going to dwell on that one too much and show you more Vegas. Some of them have less head streaking. When they have less head streaking, or the head streaking is really crisp, and if the spot on the gonus is also really bright and long, you start wondering whether they could be pink-legged Taimyr gulls, Taimarensis. Going through there's a yellow-legged gull. You see a yellow one, two of them sleeping. So when you get the classic Taimarensis, they have yellow legs. They have a darker back and longer primaries and overall slimmer look. Some of them can be quite small, in fact. More Vega gulls, lots and lots of Vega gulls. The bright yellow legs are black-tailed gulls. Slaty-backed. Backed Vegas. Slatybacks tend to be on average about as dark, a little bit paler than the black-tailed gulls, and the Vega gulls are paler backed than the black-tailed gulls. That's on average. They do vary. There's one with yellow tones to the legs. Now look at this one. When he brings up the head, he's got actually a small bill, little bit almost sharper looking bill. There we go. With a big, bold gonus spot. I would say that's a good Tamarensis. Ooh, there was another one that landed right beside it. That is even better. Look at that. Bright yellow legs. A whole lesser blackback gull look to it. Slimmer, longer. And that lesser blackback type bill. It's almost knife-like. Straight on the bottom and kind of all the culmen curves down towards that straight, rather than the gonus curving up towards the end of the bill. I could go on, and it's probably difficult to listen with the wind and all that, but that's what it's like here. Let me get you up to the top, because up to the top you have to get bigger gulls. There's usually more slaty backs and so forth. These are Vegas. We'll find a slaty back here somewhere. I'm failing miserably. Failing. Japanese cormorants, Taimyr's cormorants. Vegas. Will this ever stop? No. That's the end of those. Whoops. I'm messing it up here. It's kind of hard to do this just with the scope. Look at those different, two different toned legs. The closer one having a more of a lesser blackback look to it. You start wondering, is that Tamarensis with pinkish legs? Or what? And you start just looking at legs on these Vegas, and it gets, well, your mind starts thinking, maybe there's other stuff going on. All right, I'll end with this one, because this one's actually a pretty cool bird. Bright white head and small apical spots. I was looking at this bird earlier. When it sits next to a Vega, it's paler on the back. I think this is Mongolian gull, Mongolicus, which breeds much further south. Molts earlier, so the primaries actually looked a little bit more brownish toned and worn than the Vegas. So there we go.